a list of my top 100 favorite books. I don't think I can do that. I don't know how I do it. But what I could do is the books that I'm reading now, or at least how many I can get through in 3 minutes, because I read a lot of classics and I start them, but I don't finish them. And I've always wanted to be doing a video essay on in defense of reading the first third of the classics. So, anyway, in lieu of that, we'll start with the Hermetica. This is a nice version by the Ouroboros Press that I'm going through. It's nice to go through it again with someone's angle. The landmark Thucydides. Thucydides is such a great historian. It's really fascinating stuff with two superpowers hitting. It was Kurt Vonnegut's favorite Greek historian. And I really have enjoyed it a lot so far. Robert Burton's The Anatomy of Melancholy is certainly one of the coolest books I've ever read. I haven't gotten that far in it. Maybe a couple hundred pages. It's thick, but it's wonderful. Paul Johnson's A History of the American People is a really cool history. Such like a conversational flow that knows everything. 9 Plays by Eugene O'Neill. I try to read a play every couple of weeks or months. It's really amazing how fast you can get through a play, and Eugene O'Neill is just one of the masters. This is Isaac Asimov's Biographical Encyclopedia of Science and Technology. These are a great bunch of capsule biographies. This is a nice little dictionary of mysticism. I'm working through some of these I will skip. Fragments of Infinity is about the work of Huston Smith. There's a bunch of essays by him. This is really cool. Aldous Huxley's Text and Pretext. This is mostly him talking about his favorite poetry. Aldous Huxley is really close to my heart. Here is Ovid. This is a really great translation of Ovid. I've really enjoyed it. About halfway done with it, and it's just such amazing history. The Wise and Foolish Tongue is Celtic stories. Here is my version of The Voyage of the Beagle. That was Darwin's trip that changed the world. Herodotus's The Histories is so readable. This was my very first book talk of all time, if you want to scroll the very beginning of the list. Goethe's Faust, I'm actually most of the way done with. The Bayard Taylor, he was a great drug writer, and also it's just such a great take on Faust, for sure. Oh, and over there is Montesquieu's Persian Letters. So cool. So much fun to read. Let's go to the top shelf quick. Study of History by Toynbee. I recently did a video on how that's just an amazing history. E.O. Wilson's Sociobiology is one of the best science books ever done. Pierre the Ambiguities by Herman Melville, one of his weirdest and coolest books. I really like Treeway's Plant Behavior and Intelligence. Lords of the Sea is a nice Greek history. Adams is a great writer. Dante's Inferno with the translation by Robert Pinsky is really cool. Russian fairy tales are the weirdest fairy tales that I know.